Are you ready?
My name is Vanta.
What is the difference between lust and love? Big difference, right? So, what would your answer be without me stepping into that answer right now? What would that feeling of love bring you? And then what would that understanding of what lust is? We experience both, but I'm going to give you the difference of what both bring you, right? Because people get confused that lust is love and love is lust. It isn't. Now, it can bridge itself, but they're not the same thing. So I've been asked to go in and just bring this awareness because too often people bring their awareness to what love is and how love surrounds you in who you're being. So I want to stop right there because lust is not love. Love is something else. So let's push that away and let's talk about lust. So what is it? And how does it pertain to you? And why is it important? What would it bring to you and your awareness of it? How can it favor you, right? So the other word to lust is focus. It's like a focused energy. That's lust. Lust is like a very clear directive, okay? It's like I am in the mood and I'm in the mood for just one thing and I'm going to get it. Now imagine taking that focus into your everyday life, right? It's what are you going to get from it? What you're going to get from it is alignment with an aspect of yourself because you're looking for something. Now, would it bring you alignment? And I'm going to say, well, it kind of depends, okay? It's going to streamline your focus. If you're not aligned, okay, if you're not aligned in the inception of it, okay, unless you break down your thought process and bring yourself to your core alignment, you're not going to land up in alignment afterwards, right? It's like your energy is so intense, all right, that your focus is to go and experience, and there's nothing else in your mind but that focus. That is lust, right? Now, does lust bring in, okay, the right partner, the right environment, the alignment, the romance, the lovemaking, no. Lust is an energy of focus, okay? It's when you know you want something and you're going to get it. That's it. That's the difference. Is there anything of a negative charge with lust? No. Absolutely not. It's how you feel about it, okay, that makes the difference. And that is the emotional offset because too often people are focused, okay, on getting something or getting someone or achieving something with somebody, okay, for good, bad, right, wrong, whatever it is. There's no judgment in lust. There is an action in lust, okay? It's a focused, directed energy. So why is that important for you? Well, because you need to know, okay, that when you're in that space, okay, your thought process is so intense and so directed and so clear. Well, how could that help you? Well, add the love piece to it. Now, you have a whole different energy that is awakening because now you are super focused in an environment, okay, that is supporting you. Being in a position of lust doesn't mean that it's supportive or unsupportive. It means that your intention is directed and it's focused. That's it. The connotations of it is because people are not looking within themselves first before they get into that moment. Once you're in lust, it's very difficult to redirect your attention because you're so focused. That segment of intention, okay, before you get into a space that you are in that space of focused intention, you want to be bringing it in way before that response or that deep-seated intensity and focused energy, like desire, okay, is there, right? So how do you do that? And how does that help you? And why would that be important? Well, there's a very big difference between lust and love, all right? And people are confusing the two. One, it's a focused intention, okay, that is needed, all right, okay, to go in and do the other things. Everything has a bit of everything. It's you understanding your inner balance. When does it become a negative charge and it's something that it's no longer supporting you, right? It supports you as long as it's serving you. People are mixing the two and getting disappointed. Okay, they go, well, I got nothing from this partner because it was all lust, but that was the focused intention. Don't confuse lust for love. Don't confuse lust for romance. Don't confuse lust for a relationship. It's going to trigger a lot of energy because it comes with a lot of intensity and a strong energy director because it is super focused. What are the benefits to that? Many. Because that focused intensity can only bring up more desire. And once you get that experience, you get what you want, you start getting very clear, well, that wasn't what I wanted, or that was exactly what I wanted. And what's in between is the misinterpretations or the misdirected communication between the partners, the people, the experiences, and most of all, relationships, right? You'd want lust in a relationship, but you have to ask what type of relationship you have, right? Because it can redirect you in so many ways if it's not a focused intention, okay, for both parties. And so I know of a lot of couples, okay, and partners that come together and they can't distinguish the difference between lust and love. Lust is a focused energy, right? Love is a state of being. You can be in a relationship and love somebody and never, ever, ever, ever get into a space where there's ever a moment of a heated passion. There's no focused intention between the two. So you have to have desire, but you've got to know what you desire and also what it brings you, right? Putting your attention on something or someone or a partner serves you to the degree of your attention on yourself. You needing that partner to be your server, your highest good, your potential, your bank, your flexibility, your your prince, your princess, your queen, your king needs to be reshuffled for where your focused attention is. Where's your lust? Where is your focused attention? What are you desiring? And then direct those arrows, if they for romance or just, or just an experience of, a great sexual experience, okay? Or is it a relationship? Or is it all these different directives have different coordinates, they have different arrows. And everybody's forgetting the old ways and they just want to mush around and not be really committed, but your lust and your love are still aspects of yourself. Well, I'm just not in the mood. Well, then there's no lust. You have no connection. Well, I'm just in the mood, but I don't care about the relationship. Well, you have to be very directed, okay? Because the miscommunication is what misdirects that lust into relationships and partnerships and agreements and situations that truly are causing more separation, okay, in marriages, in friendships, in everything right now than we'd want to really agree on. It's our inner communication. Where's your lust? Where's your focus? Where's your directives? Where's your desire? Where's your inner passion? Where's your attention for yourself? What is it that you want? And what is it that you want sexually? Because it does matter what you do want sexually. It's part of who we are. We don't get here without having that sexual interaction. We don't get here without that focused attention. We participate in all these collaboratives, okay? And we are the product of that passion or that desire or that lust, or because there are no mistakes. You are not a mistake. You're a sexual expression of many moments coming together, or one moment. You can look at it that way. But that focused intention, okay, serves you to play at that degree of intensity to inner fulfillment, okay, sexual expression without confusion, which is much, much, much needed in this age of what we call the age of Aquarius, where you need to know who you are so that you can express yourself sexually with who you're being. Confusion is going to distort you. Sexual orientation is important. But what's more important is your directive to your focused intention. What do you desire? What is it that makes that heart pulse, vibe and pulse and awaken you, that keeps you so present that you cannot hear anything? That's that moment, okay, that brings in those forces of awakening this inner self, okay, and energy that brings then alignment and favor and all things possible. That's the difference. Lust is an objective. That's what I want. That's what I'm going to get with no emotion, and that's a clear focus. Bring those directives in a sense of directed passion, okay, in a moment of love and lovemaking. Those are two very different worlds. Don't confuse the two. one can definitely enhance the other. But don't mix them if the relationships are not there, because then there's miscommunication. It's important, because in a world like today, where the world is so rich and diverse and so amplified in diversity and allowance, right? Now you could always be whatever you wanted to be. But it's so important, okay, for you to know who you are and what you want. And not a mishpod of something that has no direction, okay, and no energy pointed to what is serving you. You'll be dissatisfied. You'll be feeling as if you've just been used and abused and misdirected. You'll be going through all of those emotional triggers and probably triggering false insecurities or creating, distorted conversations of humiliation and doubt and confusion and not being good enough and all those things that are misdirecting, they're misfiring those inner passions. Focus on you. And once you are focused in that most focused intention of what you desire, what's important to you, what is it that you want, and then stay focused on that. Watch how the world unfolds and brings you that within your own relationships or new relationships. Doesn't really make a difference, but it does make a difference if you pause and interrupt yourself in what you're focused on. So, it's like taking a deep, deep, deep breath in. Do you want lust? Absolutely. Does it matter where you point those arrows to? Absolutely. Would it favor you to be focused? Absolutely. So, just hearing yourself is important, because I've spoken to people and they won't even say the word lust. They go, oh, no, that's not right. That's wrong. That is so directed. That's misdirected. You have to understand the words of what they mean to you, not what other people say. The universe doesn't speak in words. The universe speaks in vibration, right? So close your eyes and hear yourself say, lust. What is that vibrating in you? And if your arrows are pointing in all these crazy directions with different images to a focused, intentional point of attraction that serves your higher good, then you need to go detoxify, or you need to go purify, or go for a long, long walk and breathe into yourself and write down what is it that you want. Feel it until you have that energy so focused and so clear that it shows up in those moments you least expect, and transmute the greatest moments of passion and alignment and desire that awaken within you and your world. And you just love that.
My name is Vanda.